The stress of providing care to 5.5 million Americans living with Alzheimer's disease can be daunting. The Savvy Caregivers training program helps caregivers learn how to provide care. Edith Gendron of the Alzheimer's and Dementia Resource Center is here to tell me more about this program. And welcome, Edith. This is such an important program. So many folks out there are caregivers, or there's someone who needs caregivers. And tell us just kind of the general overview about Savvy Caregivers.
Okay, thanks first for having me. Savvy Caregiver is an evidence-based program developed by Dr. Hepburn at the University of Minnesota. It's been tested in 14 states where there were very few supports, so this is a well-acknowledged, well-respected program. It teaches two basic things: how to take care of yourself as the caregiver, something that is very difficult.
People often forget that part of the equation. They think it's just the person that needs the care. They forget about themselves.
Yes, they do. And if we don't have a caregiver, then you don't have the care being provided to the person who is living with the illness. And we teach strategies, we teach tools, if you will, for your toolbox, ways to potentially predict upcoming problems and ways to get around that. We teach ways to look at your person and say, this is what I need to do to support my person to be the most independent they can be.
Oh, that's excellent. Now, just kind of the nuts and bolts of the program, you know, how many parts are there involved? Is it for, you know, any particular age or relationship with the person that needs care?
The relationship is you're providing care, typically in the home, but many folks have the person living with the illness is living in an assisted living facility. This would still apply to them. Any age. We have adult children, we have had grandchildren, they were adults, and we have certainly spouses, friends, neighbors come. It is a 6-week series. It's strongly recommended that you take each of the 6 weeks. Each class builds on the next. And if you miss a class, you're going to miss a whole block of information.
Right, because, you know, caregiving really can become like a full-time job. And so for the caregiver, they've, as we've mentioned, forget that equation of caregiver kind of goes for them as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it is a full-time job. It's a career that you need to learn the skills to do. We all had to learn how to do our job, right? This is the same principle.
And I'm sure with your program, you get all of this information from, you know, the family member of how it has helped being a caregiver.
Yes, we do an evaluation, excuse me, at the end of each program. And I make changes based on what they tell me. Our evaluations are always positive. There will be minor changes like don't freeze us out because I have a tendency to keep the room too cold. That kind of stuff. But it is free. It's important to know that. But it does require pre-registration because it is so intense. I cap the class. I don't have huge classes. I like them to stay right around 15 to 18.
That's perfect. And in fact, with all of these great details about the program, how do we get in touch with you?
Well, you can call me at the office. My number is 407-843-1910, and my extension is 308. Or you can email me. It's my first name, Edith, at adrccares.org.
And of course, we'll have all of that information for you. Again, Edith, thank you so much for sharing this information about Savvy Caregivers.